who is one of the Knights of Baha'u'llah. As you all know, just for the sake of making this complete, that during the 10-year crusades in 1953, when Guardian designed that world map, and he put all the virgin territories and sultanates and sheikhdoms and countries that he wanted, that they had no Baha'is, and he wanted the Baha'i to go and open that country to the Baha'i faith. So the Baha'is who left everything behind and just, take their family and then just went and opened those countries, they're called Knights of Baha'u'llah. Knight is the K at the beginning. So Mrs. Nahdi and her late husband were one of those, as you can tell, the names are there. But I'm not going to explain about these things because it's a part of her story that she's going to talk about. So we're delightful that she's with us to tell us the story about the environment those days, which kind of, this is just my humble opinion, that somewhat resembles the environment this year, the special year that the House of Justice is calling for all the youth to arise and let the light shine upon them. So also, when we were talking earlier, Mrs. Nahdi was telling me that her father became a Baha'i during the time of Baha'u'llah when he was 15 years old, by himself, a youth in Iran. And so she goes way back. No wonder she became one of the Knights of Baha'u'llah. So I let Mrs. Nahdi start her wonderful, beautiful, and inspiring story. I think at first I'd like to tell you a little about these two men she's here. In 1950, that was the time Guardian was sending all the time telegrams, or if the travelers, they go to Haifa and come back, bring the message from Guardian. And Guardian has said you have to start Baha'is from Iran and all over the world. You have to go and teach the faith. It was going on and on for us till the Guardian sent to the National Assembly this map. It was designed by Matt himself, by Guardian himself. And the points you see here, it is here, it tells you about assemblies, national assemblies that are responsible to send the pioneers in order, not I want to go somewhere by myself. These were Guardians' appointments. We have to go where Guardian wanted from that time. So here we say, it says India, Burma, and Pakistan. These people, what color you see here is yellow, right? Then all these places that it is yellow, these national assemblies were responsible to plan if the pioneers they want to go to these places to cover the virgin places. Virgin places, as Mrs. said, this is a place that has never heard about the Baha'i faith, and there is no any Baha'is, so whoever wanted to go there, they have to go and start the Baha'i faith there, even one or two or three. That was the year 1950. Your parents, maybe they were there, still not born, but I was there. I was a young woman, and my husband was Sayyid Nahdi. He became Baha'i himself when he was studying in France. He was against the faith, but he became one of his best things in the world to be a Baha'i. He accepted faith in France, and he studied there. So he talk was, on those days, it was about the go pioneering, because Guardian wanted that. And we are Baha'is and we have to accept it. Okay, now on Fridays, that is, it was in Iran holidays, as you have Sunday there, we used to take this man, put on the dining table, and all of the family, all of us, we go around, my brother, his wife, and my husband, myself, and the kids were playing all over the there. What we were, our mind was, let us see where we go, where we can be, what is good for us. My husband and I, we were thinking where to go somewhere, the language, you know the language, because you can't, of course, if you don't know, you go there and learn it, but it's better if you have a background of some language when you go there. So we were looking, my husband was studied in France, mathematics, and he was working in Iran. And we looked, we said, okay, we have to go to places that in French-speaking areas. And with that time, we could see here, there are some French cities, small cities, that it is governed by the French people. The government is French, and the whole people have French, half Indian mix. And we said, so we should go one of these, because my husband in those days didn't know any English. I knew a little, because I was in the University of Language in Tehran in those days. Anyway, we looked at this, and by the end, my mother one day told me, Shokat, what are you thinking? You want to go pioneering? I said, oh yes, خانم of course دارم میخواد برم. چرا که نه؟ گفت اگر میخوای بری، think درست, fine, be wise. If you are going, don't come back soon. Don't go there and say the weather was not good, people I didn't like, so and so. If you are, be ready to go and settle. It's my mother said. I said, Hanamju, I'm right. I want to go and I want to stay, but I don't know where are you going. She says, you believe to God? You believe to Allah? So listen what God says. Okay, they were right. So after thinking, the family, my husband and myself, how to do it, and my brother, Halme's grandfather, he told me, Shokat, if you want to go, don't come back. Plan to stay. Otherwise, why you want to? The other brother asked me, are you going to see the place, or you want to go around the world and you are tired of Tehran? Maybe you want to go somewhere to enjoy yourself. I said, brother, no, I don't want to go like that. I want to go pioneer. And my husband too, he said, yes, Shokat is right. We want to go for pioneer. And we want to go to a place that Guardian needs us. Okay? Here we go, start keeping the house to throw the things out, also sell or whatever. I talked to my husband, if we are going, we shouldn't leave anything here. We shouldn't think we keep the house and we keep this table or our bedroom or so. Let everything go. And we did that. Because we believe through Guardian, because he said, if you go, you will see the miracle of follows. And that was right. In the first day of Rizwan in 1953, we went from Tehran, we went with the railway. We went to Abadan, and then from there, we had the ticket to go by ship to Bombay, he said. And we consulted, of course, before we go to with the committees of pioneering this. They say India is a good place for pioneering. I said it is, but I want to go where Guardian says. They say you go there, you will find it. Okay. Then we started from Bushehr, we came to south of Iran, and then we did ship, I'll tell you, that was something. They say it is ship, but it was a gari. Honestly, it was just like a truck. It was not really ship. Anyway, they gave us a small room. My husband and the kids were feeling, okay, this is my bed, and that is, we went there, we bought the tickets, and with a few things, 20 days till we go from Bosher to Bombay. And by that time, the National Assembly from Tehran, very kindly, they have informed the Assembly of India that shows Saeed Dahi and his family. Because this is a little touching for myself, because to say goodbye to such a big family of alloy, you know, they're very ill. They called them a tribe because we were too many brothers, too many sisters, too many nieces, everybody, anyway. So we got into that ship and then we went to Bombay. Then in Bombay, the people, they were members from the assembly, 3 of them, they were in the board, and then they come and they say that welcome to India, to Bombay, and then we said, okay, what you have, we have few things, your suitcases, they carried all this, and then we said, okay, where we are going? We can go to the hotel or somewhere. They said, no, you are not going to hotel, and you are going to Mr. Sohaili's house. Sohailis, they were a family, Zoroastrians, you know, actually Parsis they call them in Iran. These Parsis, they were originally Zoroastrians, they turned to the fire worshippers, and then after that, there were so many of them, they turned to the Baha'is. These people, they were 5 brothers anyway, they have been there by order of Abdul Baha, because he says, you are too many here in Iran, go, and here, there is a place for you. This Sohaili family, they go and they start business, and they were successful. Then go to Mr. Sohaili's house. You know that. Okay. So that was a very nice and wonderful people. So here we are, we get tired. They gave us a nice room, everything perfect. You know how these Parsis, they entertain you when they're half full heart. Very, very kind, very nice, perfect. Well, we were there. The next day, I saw Mr. Sohaili comes back home by lunchtime, and you say, Saeed, I want to talk to you. He said, my God, what is that? He's not telling me. He's telling to my husband. He says that after I said, Mr. Sohaili, my husband can tell me everything. He can tell whatever has happened. He said that is a very good thing has happened. Because Guardian, we have received a cable from Guardian today morning that immediately, right now, send pioneers to Pondicherry. What is Pondicherry? It's a colony from France, French people, and there was a small train, 2-line train only, to go and the same combat. A small city that it was half native and half French people. You go there. That is your place for, because nobody else beside you knows French, so it is your place. I said, Saeed, is that right what you are doing? He says, okay, let me see. Now we have Iranian passport. We have all of us in one passport. So he says, okay, let me go. Next day he went to consulate in Bombay, and they told him, oh, Iranian, what you want to do? Why you are going there? He said, I'm going just to see it, to see how the place it is. Okay. Then he said, go and come tomorrow. Okay. He came home and said, what happened? So I couldn't do that. They said, go and come tomorrow. Okay. The next day he went there. I said, Saeed, do you want to go with you? No, you don't come. I know what I do. He goes there, and after question and answer, writing and this, they gave him 15 days visa. Hardly French people, they give you any visa, especially to these colonies. Because, you know, the colony, that means that they come and take your place, and they are the master of that place, and they govern those places. They have 4 places, Pondicherry, Karakal, Mahe, and Chandernagor. And Susan today tells me that Mahe was there too.
Pondicherry, Chandernagor, Karakal, Mahe, and Annam. And Pondicherry was the capital of the French colonies.
Yeah. That was where was the governor of Pondicherry. Okay, he said, good. I said, good. Then the Assembly of India said, it is that little locomotive, what we call that train, he goes to Pondicherry. Then he goes to the officer there, and they look, what is this? Where is your wife? They are in Bombay. Where are your children and so on? They are in Bombay. Because it was only one passport. یه دونه پاسپورت بود فقط واسه هر 4 تایی. پس اینا کجا؟ Where they are? Okay, they are in Bombay. Why you are here? Because I have come to see, because I speak French, and I have been in France, I studied there, so I'd like to come and see you. Okay, let me see. By the time they were talking to each other, my husband says, listen to this man. The officer that he was talking, he has an accent. You know, they have friends like any other places. Each state, they have their own accent. He says he had the accent of the place I was for 5 years. To teach things for himself. Okay, he tells him, are you from Toulouse? To the officer. What do you mean? Because you have the accent of Toulousian. Yes, I am. He says, you know, sir, I have been there 5 years. What are you doing there? He said, I was studying there mathematics, and then after that I went back to Iran. I was called working. He said, okay, I looked for you. Then he looked, give me your passport. He looks at it, and he takes the stamp and says, here. He stamps it, go and bring your family forever. As long as you want to stay here. Wow. What do you think? What do you think?
Reasons of confirmation.
No, after 60 years, I really cannot believe it how God opened the door for us.
Yeah.
Can you believe it, how it happened? He put a stamp and then said, okay, go and bring your family too. You can stay as long as you want. So he stayed there a few months, and by that time, we were in Panjgani, and the school was Panjgani. Then it was in September, because this was international, that's conference in each country. See, it was in India,
Australia, Africa, every continent, United States.
Five places they were. I can't remember them. Anyway, India was one of those. And after 5 months, I was in Panjgani in India with the kids. I went to Bombay. I went to Delhi. The conference is in Delhi. Okay, then I saw my husband. He came from there too. So after the conference, we came to Bombay. And Bombay again was with the same train. We went to Pondicherry. That was our goal. And that was how God sent us and how God protected us. So we were there. My husband became a professor in the college there, College Cafe. And I was teaching in the kindergarten. There was an ashram, if you know the India a little. That was an ashram Aurobindo. Ashram in India, that means that there is something like a big mosque, a very big place. They have a group. They have a god that almost. That they come and they offer all their money, whatever they have, they stay there, and they work and they worship. That's the ashram, right? Okay. And I was teaching kids in the school. We stayed there. We had so many friends. We had a wonderful time. We enjoyed our till 1960. And we had so many friends that we had. Our first believer was a blind man. When he was talking, saying, he loved my husband, and he was sitting and saying it was talking to him as he was praying. He was the first Baha'i. Then they started everything completely. By 1960, then the Assembly of Iran, they said it was the time that what was going to the foundation of the Universal House of Justice, and this number, it should have the number of national assemblies to go and work, and they were short of some. They told us now Pondicherry is enough, now you have to go to Sri Lanka. Okay, from there was again was packed with 4 suitcases, and we went to Ceylon. Of course, Ceylon was a very nice place. They were their assembly, but they had only 2 assemblies, local assembly. We had to have 5 or 6. And it was there that we had the pleasure of meeting Ruhi Khanum came there, Mr. Samandari came, all hand of the cause, and we had 2, 3 people that came for the to meet him.
ذکرالله خادم ذکرالله خادم مهاجر دکتر مهاجر.
They come to Pondicherry. Even my Pondicherry was a very, I didn't tell you, Pondicherry was a very, very small place. At the native, different, that they were inside one side, and the French people, they were here, and the canal was in between, going open. And we tried to find a place at least to have some facility for the children and ourselves, but it was, we were happy. We were happy, honestly, and we never regret that why we left our country, Iran, and come here. No, always we pray to God that He has given us such a nice, such a good peace. And that is where how we came in Pondicherry, we became the Knights of Baha'u'llah. And that was, we were not really deserved that, what Guardian was great. He did it, he sent it for us. A telegram came, they congratulated us that we are there, family is there. And our children, they had good education, they were good school there. And till we went to Ceylon, and Ceylon, Sri Lanka, we had, and my husband was doing Cambodian law, and he was doing research. They accepted him in the university to do that, because they say the first law in the world, it has been from Canada. And that was a city. They said that is where they had started the law for the human being. And this was what Sayed was doing there, and they liked him. We were there a few years, about 4.5 years. Assemblies was, with the help of friends and Baha'is there, assembly was increased to 7, and they sent delegate from Sri Lanka, from Ceylon, for the to London for the inauguration of the Jahan Universal House of Justice. After that, so we were a little homesick after 14 years. And we came for my kids, but we said we are not going to stay in Tehran. We are trying to go to Africa somewhere. And then we kept our longing, what we have in a company, in an agency in Ceylon, that we go to Tehran and we visit, we go to our next goal, and then we will can send it there. But unfortunately, by that time something was wrong. It was a revolution or something there, and we couldn't go. And then to be with the family, we became very lazy, and we stayed there. This is the whole thing. But what I want to tell you, you are young, and you are full of life, healthy, and ready. Keep the fire in your heart. Don't let it go down. If you keep that, that will improve you. That will save you. That will help you to know what the God says and what is the future. I was never dreaming that we have such a future, and I was very happy. And here I still see. This, as I said, these are the assemblies and those. And I was invited as the Knight of Baha'u'llah for the ascension of Baha'u'llah in Haifa. So I went there, and we had special programs are here. We were 9 days there, and we had special days. One special day was for the Knights of Baha'u'llah. That was the day when the Ruhi Khanum came, and they opened the map. All the Knights of Baha'u'llah were there. They showed us all these things. These are all the names. Whoever was going, they said, Pondicherry, right? Guardian then will say the pioneer has reached there and has sent his telegram that I am here. So Guardian puts the same color pin here to see how many pins were put. After Guardian passed away, Ruhiya Khanum did that till 1990. And the last one was Sakharov's, Jazireh Sakharov. That was in Russia, that was closed, and they couldn't open it, but it was opened before the 90. The whole thing was covered, and these are all the names, the name of the date of the arrival of the pioneers, of the
pioneers.
The Knights of Baha'u'llah. This starts from here till then, and mostly it is 53. That is the year that everybody wants it to do, to go in. And we are on the third one, as my husband and myself, and the decoration is done by an Italian painter. He went to Haifa, and then they do all these flowers around.
So this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is a copy of the original.
Yes.
Which
Go
was,
ahead.
no, you explain. Which was
This is a
deposited.
copy of original, of course. Original, it's all with gold. And the day we were in Haifa, one of the days that was special. One day we had a special to visit this, and another day that was put, that was because we always it was says that it is the Lohei Zahabi, the Farsi, that they roll upon it. They used to say Lohei Zahabi.
Yeah, it's the honor roll that
Honor
was
roll
created.
and Lohei Zahabi. Zahab means talon. Zahab means talon. Lohei, that means the Lohei talon. In this song, that in the if you have seen, I have been to Haifa, the Rosé Mubarak, the Judge, Baha'u'llah, Ruhiya Khanum came, and then Dr. Sahba, and another gentleman, they bring a very, very big, heavy, like a sandal, a big box. In Ahan, I don't know if what's it. They put that one inside in front. When you enter, this is the door, and just down here, inside. That is the shrine here, in India. And then they put this down here, and then they put the Lohei Zahabi, this the
Original copy.
The roller of honor inside it. Of course, it was wrapped, something very heavy that they were carrying. They put that, and then they put it. Even we were there where they put the cement on the top, and it was everything was done. That was the honor of the Knights of Baha'u'llah to be there to see them. I think I talked too much.
No.
So if you have any question, but I tell you, you are young and you are ready, please keep quiet. Don't let it sit down. Okay, حالا بعدا میشه. حالا بعد درست میشه. سعی کنید اون که در قلبتون هست نگه دارید، حاضر باشید